Alrighty, welcome. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the next review 3. So far, we did the other 10 slides. Now, the next slide we're going to work on, and these are all good practice questions for the test. So now let's look into this one first. So for this question, you have a power to the power. What you got to do, you multiply them, right? So I'm going to use that one, 6 to the x times 10. You can write a x10 or 10x. Both are same. Now this one here, again, power to the power. So you're going to multiply them. 12 times 2, that is 24, over 6 to the 4. Now you guys can think on, okay, so 10 to the x. Now we have this, in this side, we have the same base, but we're dividing. So what I'm going to do, keep the base. What do we need to do with the exponents? Put them in the chat box. That's right. That's 24 minus 4. That's going to be 10 to the, or 6 to the 10x. Now I can see this, it's the same basis. So 24 minus 4 is 20, and then 6 to the 10x. Now you can obviously see that 10 times what gives you 20, and you can answer that right away. Yep, you got it. Thank you. X value is 2. Okay, so that's how you solve these type of questions, because you have some exponential equations as you guys see them. So this is how you solve it, but we apply all the exponential rules to solve these type of questions there. Okay, you can pause the video and complete the work, and so that way you can move on to the next one. Let's go to the next one now. Let's clear this. And then here we have a couple of questions where we need to apply the exponential rules. Now let's pay attention to this one so you can get an idea. So let's see, where is it? Here. Now, when you simplify these questions, it's better to go from, look at the rules, which rules then I can apply. It says rewrite each expression. So we have to rewrite. So what I can write is 5 to the 5th exponent. And then I see this is the different bases. I cannot add because these are different bases. What I can do is I can distribute this. So if I distribute that, that's going to be 16 to the 2 times 3 times, though, it's a 6. And then 5 to the 3 times 3, it's 9. Okay. So since all of them are multiplications, so what I can do is I can rewrite them. So I can write a 16 to the 6, and then bring this one here, 5 to the 5, then 5 to the 9. So I see the 5, and then here also 5 as a base. What do I do with the exponents? Put them in the chat box. That's right. Good job, guys. Everybody should know those rules, guys. Otherwise, these questions are going to be just not easy. That's 5 plus 9, that's a 14. I added these two numbers, and then that's it. So I don't see any same basis, so that's where my answer ends. See that? It's really important knowing these rules and then applying them to get a right answer. If you don't know the rules and these questions, no easy. Okay, now let's look into this one. In this one, I can see 8 to the 4, 8 to the 5. Maybe I can do that, or maybe I can distribute it. Either way, it's fine. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you do first, and you still get the same answer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this 8 to the 4 to the denominator. So when I bring it to the denominator, what happens? 5 to the 3 will stay there, but this 8 to the 4 should go down. When it goes down, positive exponents becomes what? What happens if I bring it down? Positive exponent becomes a negative exponent, right? Also, we can subtract them too, or I'm going to write it one more step. That becomes negative exponent. So what I can still write it's 5 to the 3 on top. Bottom, this is same base, you add the exponents. So it's negative 4 plus 5, that's going to be positive 1 to the second exponent. I can multiply it now. That's going to be 5 times 2, let me change color, or not, 2 times 3, it's 6, and then, and the bottom one is, let me write down, 2 times 1, that is 2. Okay. Now I don't see any different bases, right? I see a different bases here, so I can simplify furthermore. I can just leave it like that. Okay, good job. So that's how we solve these questions. You may try this one as you guys work on. Pause the video and then try this question, so that way you have a good idea how to apply these rules, and then we can continue this next. Okay, I believe you guys pause the video and then try this one. Now let's check this one. So in this question, I see it's 5 to the 8 and 5 to the 8, and then I'm dividing them. So I subtract the exponents. So 5 to the 8 minus 4, and then 3 to the 7 and to the 10. Subtract these two, that's going to be 5 to the 4, 3 to the 7, to the 10. What now I can do is I can distribute them. 10 to the this, multiply them. When you multiply it, you get the same thing. 5 to the 4 times 10 is 40. 3 times 7 is 7 times 10 is 70. I don't see any bases. Same. That's good. Done with that. So always pause the video and try your own, because not just for the copying is not going to get you guys ready anywhere. So try your own, and then if you feel like, okay, I didn't get this one, and then you can go back and see, oh, okay, this is how I do it. Okay, makes sense. So that's how you need to go back and forth. Otherwise, you just writing down is not going to help, because test, you get a similar questions, not the same ones. So you should have a pretty good idea how to work on these type of questions too. Okay. Okay. Again, pause the video and take a time to learn this, and then you can move on to the next. All right. I'm going to clear this one. Let's go to the next slide. So you see this is the same slide that I have placed one more time. This time you should try your own without looking at going back. So that way you have a complete understanding how to simplify these type of questions. Okay. All right. Pause the video and then complete this slide. All right. Next one is a little bit complicated, but again, we are following the same rules. It shouldn't be a big question for this. So when you solve these questions, let's see. Always look at it, which one is the bigger number. So try to take the bottom or the top expression to the bigger number. Now, if I look at these two, which one is the bigger number? -2 is bigger or -3 is bigger? You guys put them in the chat box. -2 is bigger or the -3 is bigger? You guys know that in the number line, as you go to the left, the value goes down. So if I put a number line, -0 here, -2, -3, so -3 is on to the far left, so it's smaller than this. So -3 is smaller, so what I'm going to do, I'll bring it to the bottom. So what happens to when I bring it to the bottom? 7 to the -2. This -2, if I bring it, it becomes +3. Okay, so it's positive 3 when I bring it down. Same way, if I see this one here, negative 2 is bigger, so I'm going to keep that. Negative 2, this negative 8 to bring it down, it becomes positive 8. Since I don't have anything here, I'm going to keep 1 here. And then I still have a negative 4 here. Okay, let's simplify that. 1 over 7 to the, this is positive 1, and then 3 to the positive 6, and to the negative 4. Now I see this negative there, so what I'm going to do, I have to distribute that negative. Then it becomes 7 to the negative 4, and then 3 to the 3 times 4, or sorry, why 3 times 4? 6 times negative 4, negative 24. But I see both of them are negative exponents. All I have to do is bring it to the top. To the top, it becomes positive 24. You can write it over 1, but you don't need to. That way, you're finished with this question. Okay? Pause the video and take notes on it. Now, next one. Anytime you see 3 to the 0 or anything power 0, what is the anything power 0? Any number power 0? Put them in the chat box. Has already been doing this one. Yep, awesome. That is true. So this is becomes 1. I'm going to skip that. And this is becomes 1. I'm going to skip that. So that way it's way faster. So this is 1. So I skip that. No more. And this is 1. No more. All I have to distribute this one to this. So it's going to be 2 to the negative 1 times negative 3. It's positive 3. This is no more. This is no more. And then this here. 5 to the 3 times 5 is 15. Done. That's it. I don't see any negative exponents. We're done with this question. Good to go. Okay. That's how you solve. Looks question is scary, but if you know the rules, it shouldn't be a big question at all. Okay. Again, pause the video, take your time, understand. If you do not understand, go back. Okay. So slide the bar back and then watch again until you solid, you got it. All right, so one more slide, same concept. Let's look into these questions. Now again here, when I see all of them are multiplications and all of the same bases are here, so we're going to keep add all the exponents. So keep the base, 19. Now I'm going to add all the exponents, negative 3. This one doesn't have a exponent. What do you guys think? What is the exponent for this? Put them in the chat box. What do you guys think? If there's 19, yes. There's no exponent means 1 is there, not 0 though. Don't confuse with that. If you put a 0, it's no number, it's 1 total, but it's 19 is there. So your exponent should be 1 still. So I'm going to add that one, and then add this, negative 4, and then add this. Now let's see what we is going to get. This is negative 7 plus 4, or you can just do the math. Negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. Negative 2, that's going to be a negative 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is... Yes, questions? You guys have any questions? No? Okay. Negative 3. But this is a negative exponent, but the question says write it as a positive exponent. So what do I do with this? Bring it to the, yes, denominator, positive 3. That's it. Since it is asking for the, keep a positive exponent. That's all you have to switch them back and forth. All right. Okay. That's 15 slides, should be good to go. Okay, let's do one more. Last one. Now the 6 to the negative 3 and then 6 to the 5. As I mentioned to you, look for the bigger number and switch it to that number. So 6 to the 5 is a bigger. This is minus 3. I'm going to bring it down. So it becomes positive 3. Okay. Next one, 17 positive is up here, so I'm going to keep that 17. 3, the negative 4, I'll bring it to the top, it becomes positive 4. And then here is positive 1. And then bring this as negative small, so I'll bring it up, so it becomes positive 1. Okay, so just put them together. 17 to the 7th exponent, 2 to the 2nd exponent, and then 6 to the 8th exponent. That's the answer. All right, that's how you solve these questions up there. All right, so looks like that is good. Let me see what else the slides are there, and hopefully we can get through this. Okay, the same slide we did right now. That's it. Okay, so 3 more slides. So let's get through that, so that way we can finish this. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the next slide. Pause this one, clear this up. All right, next one. So which of the following, which expressions are equivalent to this? Choose all that correct answers. So especially when you come to these type of questions, you have multiple answers. So it's not only one answer. So you have to look at it, which one is the right answer. So in this one, obviously use the formulas. That way we can get an idea. This one. Now let's look into the first one. See, this is 7 to the 1 and 7 to the 1. Before I add these two, there is an exponent here. So I need to distribute this to the 3 first. So if I distribute that, what I'm going to get, 7 to the 1, 9 to the 5, 7 to the 3, because 3 times 1 is 3, and then 9 times 1 is 9 to the power 1, 1 times 3 is 3. Now same basis, add the exponents. So 7 is same, 1 plus 3, that is 4. And then 9 is base is same, 5 plus 3, that is 8. So I can write it one more step, 7 to the 4, 9 to the 8, that is correct answer. But there are more answers, so we need to try the other ones too. I want to try the C here. So I'm going to distribute this. So I'm going to get, I think I can write it here. So 4 times 1, it's 4. And then 9 to the power 4 times 4 is 16. It's 16. You guys see that? That's how they confuse. Normally kids say like, oh, 4 plus 4 is 8. I got that answer, but no, it's not right. Because you multiply them. When you multiply them, you get a 16. But it says 9, so it's not your answer. Okay, now this one, I'm going to change color so you can see clearly. Now this one, I can distribute the 8 first. So it's going to be a 7 to the 8, 9 to the 8, or 7 to the 2. Again, I have same bases, so I'm going to subtract these two. So I get 7 to the 8 minus 2 is 6, and then 9 to the 8. And again, I compare, 9 to the 8 is good, but not 7. So not this one. Next, B, let's distribute this one 4 to everything. Or before you do, you can do this too. Once you get familiar, you can skip a lot of steps. Since I'm explaining, I'm writing steps, but you can skip a lot of steps. So this one, 7, and the 9 here, same base. So I'm going to write that bottom one is 2 up. That's going to be a 6 minus 4 to the 4. So that's going to be a 7 times 9 to the 6 minus 4 is 2 to the 4th exponent. Now I can multiply the exponent. That's going to be 7 times 4, 9 to the 2 times 4 is 8. And I can see that, yep, that works too. This is also your answer. And let's check the last one. And here, this is a small exponent, so bring it to the top, it becomes negative. So I can't see this color, let's see, dark. So it's going to be a 5 minus 1. And then here, 9 to the 12 minus 4. So 5 minus 1 is 4, and then 12 minus 4 is 8, and it looks like this is also correct answer. That's how you solve these type of questions, guys. They look simple, but again, it takes a lot of time, but you need to stay focused and apply all the properties that you know. Okay? Again, pause the video, and then you can continue on this one. Let's see, I'm going to clear this. If you need to look at it, go back again. Let's see, next. All right, last. Which one equivalent to 3 to the negative 5? So this is 1. That means this is 3 to the 5. So this is not equivalent. And then this one is add these two, right? Same base, you add them. So that's going to be 5 plus negative 1. That means 3 to the 5 minus 1, that is 4. But that doesn't come either. Anything power 0 is 1. So this is not. So this is yes. You see this negative exponent, you bring it down, it's positive exponent. Okay, that's it. Very simple one. Good one. Let's move on to the next question. Clear this. Okay, this is the last one. Evaluate this expression, so that means we have to simplify this. Okay, let's see what we can get. So 2 to the 3 and then 7 to the 8 is a negative exponent. I'm going to bring it to the down so that it becomes positive 8. And then 14 is negative exponent. I'm going to bring it to the top so it becomes positive exponent 5. So that's a positive exponent. We can simplify a little bit more. We can simplify a little bit more. So what I can do, 2 to the 3, 14 I can write it 2 times 7 to the 5th. See that? 2 times 7 is 14. But now, since I have an exponent, I can distribute it. So I can distribute this to this. It's 1. There's no number, means this 1 is there. So I'll rewrite this one more time. Here, 2 to the 3. And then I distribute this, is going to be a 2 to the 5. Because 1 times 5 is 5. And then 7 to the 5 over 7 to the 8. Now I can see same base, so I can add these two. That's going to be a 2 to the 3 plus 5, which is 8. And then 7 to the 5 over 7 to the 8. I still see the same base. I'm going to bring it down. This is small number, so bring it down. It be positive, becomes negative. So it's going to be 2 to the 8 on top, and then 7 to the 8 times 7 to the negative 5. Because it's positive, when you bring it down, it becomes negative. Okay, that's it. So we're almost there. So it's 2 to the 8 is on top, and then bottom, keep the denominator, and then 8 minus 5 is 3. We simplified all the way down. Okay, that's all, guys. So make sure you complete all the slides. I know it takes a little bit more time to complete these, like almost 7 or 8 slides. If you need more time, you can keep more time. If you still keep going on that one, so maybe you can use this time for tomorrow also to complete this. So that way we will get through this one. All right. So and tomorrow we can decide whether we should go on to the test, or if we needed more time, then we can keep it. We can keep the test after the spring break. We'll decide as you guys, as I see your work from you guys. All right. Awesome, guys. Thank you, and have a good day and enjoy your rest of the time. And I'll see you guys. Okay. All right. Pause this video.